Hello, hello, hello. I am JoJo Keys, founder of this lovely business called Indie Music Plus. This is Indie Music Live, episode 153, our second to last episode for 2018. Mr. Werba is standing by with his green microphone and his red bandana in his happy ending place.
Yeah, we got some excellent gentlemen here tonight. We got P the politician, who claims he's going to outperform me in the critiques tonight. He says it every time, and he's 0 for 20 so far. Because I always got something up my sleeve, Joe, and I always seem to perform right in the end. But anyway, Chris Garriott is... Oh, and there he is.
You know what? I'm not going to...
Go ahead, yeah.
You, man. I'm just going to interrupt you every time that I can, all right?
Dave's talking about his performance. Help.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you know, I got to say this. I'll be honest with you, 1,000% honest. Dave is one of the dopest people that I know as far as when it comes to giving critique on independent music, for real. I could never outdo him on that. He's correct. I'm 0 for 20. But I'm 20 and 0 on interrupting his motherfucking ass. I need to do it. Okay? That's what it is. Wow.
Congratulations. Yes.
Laying right out there tonight. So this is what you sound like when you drink Bud Light and not Mick Ultra, huh?
This is true. Shouts out to my sponsor for the evening, Bud Light. Drink responsibly. There it is.
Man.
Cool. So let's go ahead and listen to some music, shall we? Let's check out Trystan Grisham. This song, Roller Coaster. Let's share this video out. Let us know what you think in the comments. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope live streaming. We'll also be on SoundCloud and iTunes afterwards. Whenever you're ready, Rob, go ahead and hit it.
A lady full of mad love, rough, rugged, and streets up. But she's a sweetheart, soft between the sheets, so gentle and could be brainy and quirky. She makes me nervous, there's just something about her. One look from her and my bones shake and stir. I'm losing focus, in and out of the blur. Quick cut to last month, fast cars in the hot sun. Take me back to the summer, holding hands in the dark, running around town to light the spark that set this flame inside me. Let's hop in the car, take a drive with our windows down, head high in the clouds. These beats are so loud, yeah. Spin me round, get my feet up off the ground, take me higher and higher and higher, take me higher and higher and higher.
Was Trystan Grisham with Roller Coaster. I really like this kid's voice. He seems like he's really young. I just became friends with him on Facebook, so probably get to talking to him a little bit. I don't know. I'm thinking might hear some more from this kid.
Go ahead, P. Yeah.
So I'm going to keep it funky. I would not be doing my job if I weren't doing so. I believe the kid has great vision, but poor execution on the video. I love the song. Like, if I take away the video and then there's just the song, it's great. But whoever was his videographer, the feeling that I got was, all right, I want to do a video, whip out your cell phone, let's shoot a video. No, because with a song like that, man, you have the potential to take it so much further. I can tell he's a visionary with his art. So put a little bit of dollars behind the people who really make videos and make an extraordinary video to complement your vision. That's how I really felt about the whole song.
Fair point. I understand what you're saying there. It's like there's a certain level of quality with the video where if it's too low, it will actually hurt the experience of listening.
Right.
And I understand that for sure. So it's like, you know, if it's going to be too low, it probably is best not to do it. You know, it's just like either wait until you scrape up some money or just do some more research because it's not that expensive to do a nice video. But on the song here, man, I really enjoyed this one. I'm really impressed with the atmosphere that they created with the music and the balance of the vocals. I mean, the vocals were a little in the back, but it worked. It definitely worked with the way they were doing it. So what I was really wanting to hear when kind of the rap style kicked in was something different. And I mean, not him, like not his voice. He has this angelic, like really beautiful voice, and it really mixes well with the music. So it's like Beauty and the Beast, man. Like that's the beauty. And I was looking for the beast to level it out, where a rapper came in and had this like really edgy style to it or something that really offset the beauty that they created and not just kind of have it be a little letdown. I think that would like really take this tune to the next level, is, you know, work with some different rappers, because everything else they got awesome.
Dave, if you want to see the beast, I just suggest you look in the mirror. Boom! All right, time to get the featured artist of the week. Chris Garriott. We did some reviews of this guy on the website. I played a song or two before, and he got a new one out called Jenny Wade's Lament. So we're going to bring him in when Rob gets a chance here. Okay, welcome to the show. You're in Maryland, just down the street from Rob, apparently. So just give us a brief, elevator pitch about who you are and what you're doing with your music. Tell us a little bit about Jenny Wade's Laments, and then we'll take a listen and come back and get deeper with Dave.
I'm a campus minister here at the University of Maryland. I live right next to campus and been doing this gig for about 13 years. 3 or 4 years ago, I started thinking about, I've been playing guitar for years. And then about 3 years ago, I was injured. I had a neck injury, and I was basically laying around the house with my guitar, and I just started thinking up tunes. And that's kind of what happened with that first little CD, the Garriott Lore, which is kind of history, family history tunes, parents, just kind of different things in the history of my family and life. And then I'm kind of a history buff, and I love Gettysburg. I love thinking about that battle. And so this Jenny Wade's Lament is about the only civilian who was killed in that battle. There was about 50,000 casualties in a 3-day battle, and it's pretty amazing. Only one civilian was killed, and it was Jenny Wade. She was baking bread in her house, helping her sister who had just had a baby. And they were kind of stuck there on the battle line, literally right where kind of Pickett's charge and everything happened. And as she was baking bread, a bullet came through the door, a Confederate bullet, and killed her. And so she was a noble woman. Anyway, so the song is really kind of just about her. There's a whole museum there at Gettysburg that her house is still there. You can go put your finger in the bullet hole.
Nice.
It's pretty interesting.
Let's go ahead and check out Jenny Wade's Lament. Let us know what you think in the comments. It's just pee. Your face just says it all. You're disgusted with me. All right, hit it, Rob.
Jenny Wade, I see you there by the table with your long auburn hair. You would have loved, you would have laughed, but that bullet laid you down. You had those dreams like we all do, a husband, some children to hold on to. saw a family and a home, but that bullet laid you down. Jenny Wade, oh my Jenny Wade, gone with the angels, you're so far away. Oh my darling, oh my sweet Jenny Wade, may your Savior, may your Savior guide you home.
Hey, Chris, you were answering all my questions in your little preamble earlier. I'm like, oh man, those are all my questions. But I want to expand on it more, just because there's a couple of, I don't know, tangents from this point that I think would help other artists. And so the first question is like, I mean, you laid out your passion for that era, you know, in the Gettysburg story and everything. What drew you to that, man? Is that something you've been interested in your whole life, or what elements like really make it passionate to keep reading? I guess
probably the first time I was about 10 years old, and me and a friend of mine, his dad took both of us up there, and I still remember that trip, and I was kind of captivated by the whole thing. You know, armies coming at one another, Union, Confederate. And then as I got older, just kind of the significance of that battle in terms of that was a turning point really of the Civil War and the Union. You know, right after that war, it was significant victory for the Union. And really after that, it's the Civil War lasted for a couple more years, but really that was the end of it. So Gettysburg was a turning point for really freedom. Lincoln, you know, setting free the slaves, so all those issues of social justice, you know, just the unity of our country, and really it all kind of comes back. And I feel like a lot of those elements are still going on now. And so I think we can learn a lot just thinking about Civil War and Gettysburg and what happened there. Remember the Titans? There's got a great scene at Gettysburg with Denzel Washington giving that speech. I don't know if you remember that.
I do remember that movie, but I also wanted to ask you, like you were saying before the show, that you're thinking of writing more tunes kind of along this theme, almost like an entire album maybe, where all of the songs are related to some story. Yeah, so I've been reading a lot of books about Gettysburg, and so I'm trying to capture different significant stories in that battle. If you want a good book to read, it's a historical novel called Killer Angels. I guarantee you, if you read that book, you'll be captivated romantically by that battle. It was made into a movie, Gettysburg. I was telling you about. Jeff Daniels is in there, and Sam Elliott and stuff. But the Killer Angels book, there's some significant scenes. So I'm trying to write some stories and short vignettes. So I'm working on some things. So hopefully next year I'll have 5 or 6 songs done. All right, man, I'm getting to my point here slowly, but next question is, did you dig deeper into the research on this stuff just to write a song? Pretty much, yeah. Okay, so all right. So that was the purpose of digging deeper into the history. Right. Okay, gotcha. So, yeah, so like what I mentioned this briefly, but like I hear a lot from artists and songwriters. It's like, yeah, I have writer's block. I'm just taking a month off and just wait till it just kind of comes back to me naturally or something. And I mean, this is such a great method, because if you're struggling to write and you just want to kind of take a long break. I mean, all of your other passions and your hobbies in your life, you know, whatever you're reading about, like I think of Jared Padone, who's another one of our critics, and he did a whole album about the stories in the Twilight Zone. Nice. I mean, he just loved the show and his whole life. And it's like, okay, well, there you go. And he just kind of reworked it and just made this amazing album about it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you kind of look at it that way, I mean, it's endless. Like you never should have writer's block, maybe in terms of the chords and everything, but in terms of lyrics and telling a story, is that kind of how you see it?
Yeah, I was just trying to like capture some of the big elements I learned, like with Jenny Wade. I mean, she was like a Christian. She apparently was reading her Bible that day. She was taking care of her sister who just had a baby. Her mother was there. A cannonball hit the roof. So anyway, just thinking about some of those themes and then trying to bring in like in the bridge of that song, I talk about like Psalm 23, which talks about in the shadow of your enemies, she stood and those sorts of things, trying to bring in some of those phrases. So as I'm reading these books, I'll just jot down a phrase and then I'll come back to it, that kind of thing.
All right, cool. So in your ministry work on campus, are you passing out CDs after service?
No.
I mean, do all these people know that you're like writing music? And
yeah, no, my students do. We'll do like open mic nights and I'll play a song or two. They'll play songs and we have a bunch of musicians. We have like some music majors in our ministry. So the guy playing cello, he was actually lived with me for a while, Peter Swanson. So and
that was an awesome part in the song.
Yeah. So I just said, hey, Peter, like, listen to this, like this chord progression. What do you got? And so he came up with that like in a few minutes. And so,
all right. So it's not the secret project. Like they know and they support. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah, they know.
Are you inspiring some of them to maybe write some tunes as well? Or
you know what? I hope so. Because there's a lot of talented people we have in the ministry. So hopefully we'll see some of that.
All right, cool. So the website's chrisgarriott.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can read his bio, see his past album, Granite Lore. Mm-hmm. And it's a great place to stay up to date on the new tunes. He's going to be writing around Gettysburg and everything. Are you active on social media or anything? Or
I mean, I'm on Facebook, but I need to do a little bit more of that. I'm on Spotify and all that sort of thing.
I would say at least a Twitter just to keep like fans of your music updated so they can see when stuff's released, because they're not going to come to your website every day.
You're right.
And refresh.
It's Chris Garriott 5, the Twitter handle at Chris Garriott 5.
At Chris Garriott 5. Okay. Chris, it was a pleasure chatting with you, man. Have a great evening.
Thanks a lot for all your promotion. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. So, Rob, if you're ready, we're going to cue up the next tune. Master flautist Bill McBirnie has a new tune called Reflection. Let's hit this, Rob, right there. Swing it around. was Reflection by Bill McBirnie. We don't get a lot of tunes like this with lead flute. I mean, but he's really a master at his craft there. I mean, really impressive solo skills on it. I mean, there's still a place for this type of stuff, with jazz background. You see it in movies sometimes. And what came to mind was Ron Burgundy.
I was thinking about that
section in the bar. I mean, come on, it is played in some places, but
no, flute's probably one of my favorite instruments to listen to as far as jazz styles go, and some of the best flautists in the world are men, and Bill's definitely one of them. He's been on our website for years now, and he's come back a couple of times. So I love this guy. He's great.
I have to beg to differ with you, man. When you say some of the best flautists are men, listen, get right. I was in a band. I was first chair. At one time in band camp, I've got stories about those, okay? Telling you.
Are you saying you played flute in grade school? All right.
No, I didn't play flute. I played the bass drum and alto sax. So
at the same time?
Marching season, played the bass drum. Concert season, played the alto sax. Nice. And I was in love with a flutist.
Oh, okay.
All right. And it was a woman. All right. So with that being said.
Sure it wasn't a dude?
You know what? I shouldn't have said that out loud. My wife is going to stab me.
Well, I was going to ask, did she become your wife? Was that or?
No, my wife went to high school with me at the same time. So if she sees this broadcast, she's going to stab the because she knows the real story behind flutists that I'm talking about. All right. You know what? I'm just going to jump off of. I'm going to be froggy, man. Her name was Carrie Funk. All right. That was her real name. Carrie Funk. I apologize. I know you're married now. This has nothing to do with you and I right now. I'm not trying to interrupt your marriage, but you were the dopest flutist that I ever known. I was so much in love with you at the time.
Oh man.
That's just what it is. I'm professing my love to Carrie Funk. And
past love.
That's a whole other show there.
Yeah, past love. I'm professing my past love. Thank you for that.
I'm trying to decrease the amount of times your wife's going to punch you in the face.
Yeah, thank you. But
or slap.
A show called Catfish. It's something like.
But going back to Bill McBirnie, man, I spent a lot of time in band, and this right here, I mean, it was hot to death. My daughter is in band, and she also plays the bass drum. So I just went to her competition, and just so happened during her competition, there was a flutist, and they won state championship. You know what I mean? So, for all of those people who are out there playing the flute, man, just know there's a cult section out there that loves what you do, myself included. And this one right here, I hear it on TV commercials, money. I hear it in movies, money. You feel what I'm saying? So never sleep on your instrumental skills. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, definitely check out the new Bill McBirnie album called The Silent Wish. So P, tell everybody where we can find you this week.
P, the politician, all one word, all social media, easy peasy, there it is.
Cool. Dave.
That's it, man. Good times. 2 excellent gentlemen tonight. P, as always, a good time. And I mean, at the end of the day, I beat him in the critique again. But I mean, we had fun. We always have fun. So
this is P's last episode for 2018 with us. So thanks for hanging out with us in 2018, man.
Hey, man, I'll be blessed if I can come back in 2019, man.
Yep. I already got you slotted out there. I just got to tell you when you're going to be here. So
all right.
Cool. Anybody that needs help professional live streaming, check out Hicks Video, HIXVIDEO. He's the one making us look good, giving us all these cool lower thirds and, making me look like I'm in a room.
Just an average room. That's a nice.
Yeah, it's really a green screen.
Yeah.
An average room. Anyway, all right. This is our second to last show. We got one more show for the year, December 18th, next Tuesday. Then we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll be back February 2019, stronger than ever. And hopefully P the Politician will be back shortly after that. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next week. Peace out.
Peace.
I see you there.